Wow, I'm kind of depressed a little bit. We got to get back in our living situation, back to living what we know. Because we're training for 9 months.
Mike Tyson just dropped a shocking revelation during his live interview with Steve Covino and Rich Davis on Fox Sports Radio. And trust me, the way he spoke was so brutally honest that it's hard to tell whether he was being completely real or just playing mind games. For weeks, fans have been caught in a storm of speculation. Was November 15th a carefully orchestrated stunt, a shady setup, or just an epic disaster? Tyson's confession is only going to stir the conversation even more.
Oh no, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little.
Did you watch it back or anything, or no?
I never watched the fight. No, I have not.
Neither Mike Tyson nor Jake Paul seemed eager to clear the air, leaving fans drowning in conspiracy theories and endless frustration. But then Tyson finally decided to speak, and the way he told his side, so raw, so unfiltered, was both hilarious and a little uncomfortable. Whether you buy into his version of events or dismiss it entirely, one thing remains clear: this man.
What was he doing at the ring?
Oh yeah, a little bow at the end. He bowed.
That's the last thing I remember.
Mike Tyson's clash with Jake Paul turned out to be an emotional roller coaster for everyone watching. But despite the massive payday and the non-stop hype, Tyson admitted he didn't walk away with a feeling of victory. Instead, he confessed it left him feeling depressed. Yes, the man who once terrified entire boxing divisions into retirement openly shared that the whole experience left him in a surprisingly low.
Wow, I'm kind of depressed a little bit. We got to get back in our living situation, back to living what we know. Because we're training for 9 months.
When you're Mike Tyson, knocking someone out isn't the only punchline. The emotional aftermath hits just as hard. After 9 long months of intense training for one single night under the blinding spotlight, you wake up the next morning and realize life simply goes on. Tyson compared it to free falling from an emotional high, a feeling only someone like him could describe so vividly. And then, there's the fight itself. For a man whose career is filled with legendary moments etched into boxing history, Tyson had almost nothing to say about this one. He couldn't even recall the basic details of the bout. His biggest takeaway? Jake Paul bowing at the end.
About what's next?
The real fight.
That was it. No detailed breakdown of punches, no stories of brilliant strategy, just a faint memory of a YouTuber showing respect. And here's the twist: Tyson didn't even feel like he gave his full effort physically. He barely broke a sweat during the match. Yet, by the very next morning, his body felt like it had been run over. Chest, stomach, you name it, everything ached. For a man who once defined the phrase "built different," waking up sore after what was supposed to be an easy fight.
What did you think of Jake's power, man, when you were in there?
I don't remember it.
You didn't even remember it. I heard
my body was really sore.
It was sore the next day?
Yeah, my body, my chest, my stomach and stuff was really sore.
Of course, no Tyson story would be complete without a healthy dose of controversy. As soon as clips of the fight hit the internet, fans turned into amateur detectives. Some swore Tyson was holding back, pulling punches like he was sparring with a beginner. Others blamed it on the inevitable effects of age, claiming that a 60-something Tyson just couldn't unleash the same
clips where, like, you're holding back a right-hand punch, in my opinion as a fan, to not be exposed so that you don't get hit. Is that what was happening in that clip, or you don't even know?
What was happening? You have to show me. I was just, listen, know what I remember?
No.
Coming back from the first round, and then the next day I remember Jake is doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Of course, no Tyson story would be complete without a healthy dose of controversy. As soon as clips of the fight hit the internet, fans turned into amateur detectives. Some swore Tyson was holding back, pulling punches like he was sparring with a beginner. Others blamed it on the inevitable effects of age, claiming that a 60-something Tyson just couldn't unleash the same devastating power he was once feared.
Oh, not at all. Listen, I wouldn't have realized any of it if it went 3-minute rounds. I didn't realize it.
Then there were those who believed the entire thing was staged, a neatly packaged drama to keep the Jake Paul narrative alive. Tyson? He shrugged it off. The man even admitted,
"Hey, after I woke up, I told my wife, why did I do that? I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on."
And what was her response? Like, what was your family's response to everything?
They were just supporting me.
And here's the kicker: over 108 million people tuned in to watch Mike Tyson's latest spectacle. proving yet again that he can draw a crowd even if he were just standing in a grocery store aisle.
Yeah, I am happy my family saw that. But we don't normally go around and talk about me fighting and stuff. I say I'm a fight, and then they say, Dad's gonna fight.
Even Tyson's family got a front row seat to this tidal wave of public attention. Imagine being one of his kids, growing up seeing Dad is just the guy who tells you to finish your vegetables, only to watch millions of people chanting his name. Tyson himself said it was surreal.
This is what we were talking about. That fight was such a big ascender. We were so up and high. We were so excited. The fight's over. Boom. Wow. I'm kind of depressed a little bit. We got to get back in our living situation, back to living what we know, because we're fighting.
Even Tyson's family got a front row seat to this tidal wave of public attention. Imagine being one of his kids, growing up seeing Dad is just the guy who tells you to finish your vegetables, only to watch millions of people chanting his name. Tyson himself said it was surreal for his family to witness. For years, he kept his boxing life separate from home, but this fight changed that completely.
They have to be trained.
Now, Mike,
Jake punches hard.
He does. I know. He's a big dude, man.
Why hurt so bad?
It wasn't just a sporting event, it became a moment for his loved ones to finally grasp the depth of his bond with the fans. For Tyson, watching his children experience that love firsthand was nothing short of heartwarming, well, as heartwarming as it gets when you're talking about a man whose life has been a mix of triumph and chaos.
At 58 to do it, finally.
I don't know.
Just
let's fight, Jake. We talked about it for years. Let's do it.
But since this is boxing and Mike Tyson, nothing ever ends on a purely wholesome note. The feel-good vibes lasted about 5 seconds before the internet did what it does best, spark a storm of controversy. The moment the final bell rang, rigging accusations flooded social media. A viral clip of Tyson.
See, is that your house right there?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're living in a beautiful place.
Yes, I am.
Looks like you're living large right now.
Very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Yes, thank God. Allahu Akbar.
Then, in true Tyson fashion, he poured gasoline on the fire during his post-fight interview. When asked about specific moments fans thought looked suspicious, he basically shrugged it off, saying he had no idea what they were talking about. Combine that with his earlier admission of barely remembering the fight, and you've got the perfect recipe for peak internet speculation. Was he being brutal?
Lit up, Tyson 2.0. Last time we saw you in Vegas, you handed me a bag of your Mike Bites, the edibles. Fantastic. I loved them.
But Tyson didn't let the accusations slow him down. Instead, he built an entirely new empire, starting with his cannabis brand, Tyson 2.0. And let's take a moment to appreciate the genius of this move. Only Tyson could turn one of the most infamous moments in sports history into a best-selling edible.
You got Tyson 2.0. Well, tell us what we got to be trying, and what do you recommend for a guy that's open to this?
Hey, I recommend you try everything.
Yeah? Open your mind up?
You try everything, yeah.
Yes, I'm talking about Mike Bites, the ear-shaped gummies that pay tribute to his infamous 1997 ear-biting incident with Evander Holyfield. You'd think it was just a silly gimmick, right? Nope. It's become a massive moneymaker, with sales skyrocketing faster than one of Tyson's uppercuts. His smooth shift from heavyweight champion to cannabis mogul almost makes you wonder if he had it all planned from the start.
Well, I think it's going to be the ass now, but
the Tyson butt cheeks.
I don't know, guys.
Yo, Mike, you should come out with an edible, Tyson's butt cheeks, right? So that people can eat it.
Oh, I like that.
You like that? Tyson's cheeks.
Sweet cheek.
Yo,
Tyson's sweet cheeks. I can see it now.
And then there's the butt cheeks moment. Yes, that moment. Tyson, always the king of self-awareness, jokingly suggested launching an edible called Sweet Cheeks after his viral post-fight derriere stole the spotlight. What started as a joke could actually become a reality because, well, it's Tyson. Fans are eating it up figuratively for now, proving that his ability to embrace the absurd only makes...
I think any of those dudes have the same fighting guts, like of the Devin Haney's, Tank Davis's, Ryan Garcia's, Teofimo's, of that.
Those guys are we can't overlook those guys. Those guys are tough guys. They're just for a different...
But Tyson isn't just focused on business, he's still deeply connected to the sport that made him a legend. He's been singing the praises of rising stars like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, highlighting their determination, skill, and ability to captivate crowds, almost.
Fury Usyk coming up at the end of the month. The rematch, Fury Usyk 2. Any thoughts on that? Because I know you have connections with Tyson Fury.
I know, but Tyson Fury could have won that fight if he wasn't playing around early in the fight.
I agree.
Let's just say Tyson didn't sugarcoat it. He believes Fury's sloppy performance in the early rounds cost him the fight, and honestly, he's got a point. It wasn't a harsh takedown, more like a tough love reminder that even the very best need to stay sharp.
It's up to you so much. Did you feel bad going against him?
I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Well, Mike.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this fight breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Fight Core for more powerful boxing updates. Stay tuned for the next round.